compact everything down and try to say everything I could within that hour and bring it to a crescendo at the end. So, you know, I chose some songs that I could fly my kite in. The Merle Travis stuff I love playing, and I improvise all those solos. When I play guitar boogie, I just play the head and then away I go flying my kite. So that's improvised. When I play other songs like Angelina, Classical Gas and songs like that, I don't need to improvise anything there. It just doesn't need it to my mechanism, you know. So I just try to interpret the song and play the song as best I can on the day, kind of thing, right? So there are times to improvise and fly your kite because I know that, you know, the public would like to see that, and I need to do that for me to get that feeling like I've really thrown something out there. And then there's a time to not do that, to just play the song as best you can, you know. So it's a mixture of both, you know. And stuff like a lot of my recordings, the introduction that's usually on my recordings is improvised. You know, there's a few tracks where people have carefully worked out the introduction and then learned the song, and they know it and I don't. You know, because I improvised it on the day and now it's gone. I don't do it again, you know. So quite a lot of what I do is definitely improvised. Anybody else have a question there? Yes, sir.
A simple exercise for not keeping the bass going while the other things are going.
Yeah.
Or is it the one?
You don't want exercises. You want songs. Learn songs and play them over and over and over. That's the best exercise, I know. You know, you'll lose interest in exercises in 5 minutes too. You know? So just learn some simple songs, get a metronome, and start playing in time and get a groove together. Start playing music. Okay? Anybody else? Yes, sir. This gentleman asked me what tunings I use. I don't use many odd tunings. I'm no good in open tunings. You know, this guitar here has drop D, right? That guitar there is normal guitar tuning. The other guitar that I was playing before with a different sound, that's tuned a tone down, right? So it's still normal tuning, it's just down. And so that gives us a different sound, and our ear likes that, you know. In different tunings, you know. It astounds me how her brain works. And, you know, there are a few guys around who make great music in odd tunings. But in general, I have noticed that most guitar players who tune and use a different tuning for every song, most of them spend half the show tuning and the other half being out of tune. And that is not good enough. And it's another reason why I carry 3 guitars, because I do not want to be tuning on stage. The minimum amount of tuning I can do, the better. So this guitar, like I said, has drop D. It has medium strings on it, 13 to 56. The big one tuned down has 13s as well. This one here, which is normal guitar tuning, has 12s. Right? So I spend time making sure that when I hit this button, that this guitar is in tune, and it holds its tuning well because it's got big strings on it. Right? I don't want to be spending time tuning, because let me just tell you something. The guitar is a delicate balance of pressure from the strings. The moment you start altering the tunings, you alter the balance of the whole instrument. So if you're going to have the courage to use one guitar and 10 different tunings, and you want to be in tune, you better be a master at that. You better practice tuning and getting your guitar settled down, because what happens is you're telling some folky story about this next song, right? And you're tuning to some D minor tuning or whatever, blah blah blah, and it's in tune out and away you go. And you get 4 bars into that song, and the guitar has started to move. The tuning is now going out. So now you're 2 verses into the song, and you're horribly out of tune, and it's too complicated for you to grab a second to fix the tuning. So 2 things you can do. You can take your time tuning, and as you tune the string down, you can stretch it, take some of the stretch out of it. Take it below where you want it, and then bring it up slowly. Stretch, bring it up, stretch, bring it up. You can do all that. If you want to do that in front of the audience, that's your prerogative. I don't. I want to play for the audience and give the audience a good time. I don't want to lose their attention for 1 second. The moment that I have to tune, it means that I have to take my focus off you and put it on there so I can be in tune, because it matters a lot to me to be in tune. But the least I can do that for me, the better. It's all about the momentum of what goes on up here. And so that's the reason. If you want to use other tunings, then please invest in some other guitars and have them already in that tuning, and just swap guitars and keep going. That's what I think. Okay? All right. Okay. I want to play you a song that I wrote. This will be on my next album, and this is called The Duke.